Claudia, what do you think about kids teaching kids?
It feels good.
Why?
Because it's so fun.
We always talk about kids as being capable and competent learners within their community, but it's usually the adults that are the ones that are in, the teacher's chair. So during a planning meeting session, the prep teachers were discussing the ideas that some of our colleagues have had in 5-6, and they're getting their children to design their own timetables and giving them the responsibility and ownership over their learning. So we wanted to give the prep children the opportunity to experience a level of responsibility and ownership of their learning, but within a scale that was achievable for them. So we came up with the idea of giving the students the opportunity to take on the role of teacher for the day and teach their peers. So initially I ran a workshop and I prompted a discussion with the children about what they were good at, just to try and warm them up to the idea. And a lot of the kids said things like, I'm really good at writing, I'm really good at reading, all these things that you want them to say, but in this moment we wanted them to come up with their own ideas. So I changed the question and I said, if you were a teacher for a day, what would you teach? If you could pick anything. And in the beginning they thought that I was tricking them, and they were a little bit overwhelmed with the question, but as a realisation of the depth of what I was asking them to do kind of sunk in, it triggered a frenzy of creativity, confidence, a real sense of leadership within the group, and we ended up having about 8 children that took up the challenge to be the first prep professors. They spent the following few days, we worked together in learning agreement sessions and in between their normal daily routine, and the children had to plan their sessions for their peers, really break things down and into steps, and thinking about what were they asking their peers to do and how would they know that their peers had achieved that. And they had to resource their activities, and they had to discuss teaching strategies. So one of the kids said to me, oh well, if people make weak choices, we're going to send them to time out. And I said, okay. It was something that really stuck with me that was quite funny, and I said, okay, but make sure you let them know what they're doing and give them the opportunity to come back, the same as what you have in prep. And they're like, oh, yes. So yeah, we ran with the day and it was unbelievable. Big boys.
Having children take control as professors promotes self-belief and develops their confidence, not only as teachers but also as learners. The children have an opportunity to feel a sense of responsibility for their environment, resources and the learning of their peers. Working in a teaching capacity gives the learner an opportunity to transfer knowledge into long-term memory, working from surface to deep. Self-esteem, communication skills, listening, reflective analysis and organisational skills are also developed along the way. The students are a community of learners collaborating and developing their individual strengths together. They are learning valuable social skills and are demonstrating the differing roles of a teacher in the modern world, preparing for life in the future as an active, responsible citizen who can make a difference.
What do you think about kids teaching kids?
It's good. It's fun.
Why do you think it's good, Claudia? Yeah. You're right. What do you think, Diego?
Because we don't know what they're going to make and they're going to surprise us.
That's right. So Grace, what are you going to be teaching today?
I'm going to be teaching how to make diamond flowers.
And how are you feeling about teaching today?
A bit nervous.
A bit nervous. Are you excited?
Yeah.
Do you think you're going to be a good teacher?
Sort of.
I think you're going to be a great teacher. Good luck! What do you think about kids teaching kids, Hayley?
Wow, look at my flowers! It is really cool because I made this one. Hey, look at my
How did you learn how to make that?
Chris helped me. It was different to this one, but this one.
What do you think about kids teaching kids? Yes?
Kids teaching kids. Teaching kids is know more about things, and the kids are
Sarah?
the kids are much smarter than teachers.
Do you think so? I kind of believe you sometimes. What does that say, Mize?
Mine.
It says Mize. In what language?
Wow,
Wow, who taught you how to do that?
Thomas.
What do you think about kids teaching kids?
It's good.
What are you doing?
I'm teaching them how to make dice flags.
What are you doing with the iPad though? You're filming it?
Yep. And they get the green paper and they stick it together. See, and
Professor Manahil, what was your favourite part?
my favorite part was when everyone was helping me, and my favorite part was even when Ava did a really good job. My favorite part was when I first started, because when I first started I felt really nervous, but then when I first started with my group, I got really happy. My favorite part was when Maria didn't know what to do, and Mujda came and helped